The VA appraisal process has one of the worst reputations, but I wanted to share my thoughts on why I think that the VA appraisal process is the most fair in our industry, most fair when you're comparing it to FHA, USDA, and conventional. Number one, they are required to have that appraisal back within 15 days, required. With FHA and conventional, they don't have somebody like the VA holding them accountable, right? The next is they can't pick and choose which appraisals they're gonna do. With FHA and conventional, when an order is sent to them, they can decline the order. They can get and decline it. The VA appraisers aren't allowed to do that. The next is they can't add extra money for their cost. So I'm sure this has happened a lot in the last couple of years. So I'm sure you've probably seen it where the appraiser comes back and says, oh, that one's a little bit further than where I'm used to going out to. We're gonna add an extra $100. Or, oh, that one is on a little bit extra land. We're gonna add an extra X amount, whatever the reason is. And VA is not allowed to do that. They have their flat amount and that is it. The last one, and I think that this is the most important and the best thing, I think it's great, is that the VA appraisers, if they know that the house appraisal they're doing is not going to make value, they are required to let the lender know in the lender system, and then the lender can get with the realtors to see what can be provided to help the appraiser make value. So they're instructed that their whole job, besides appraising, is that we're also here to help the veteran. It's called the Tidewater Act, I believe, and they are supposed to give you guys the opportunity to help us make value. And so when that has happened, sometimes those, whatever it is, it's help. Sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it does, right? Whether it's extra comps, off-market comps, list of repairs, upgrades, whatever it is, but things that we know will help that value. And so I think that that's pretty amazing. You will never ever have an FHA or conventional appraiser not send the appraisal out and wait and say, hey, can you guys provide me more stuff? That doesn't happen, but conventional is required to do that. So that's my last good one. I saw a meme during Veterans Day that said, it was something about to the effects of, I'll do anything for veterans. We love veterans. They sacrifice so much for us, except when they're trying to make an offer on a house. And then a listing agent will encourage their buyer to not accept their offer. And so it's so true, right? That, because of the reputation that loan carries, that it's encouraged to not accept offers from veterans. So I personally have veteran clients that have tried and tried and tried and tried to buy their house using their veteran benefit, and they just can't because nobody will accept it. And I think that's terrible. And I don't know what the solution is. All I know that I can do is just help spread the word that the VA process is not as bad as everybody chalks it up to be. I would almost call it a new process. I mean, they've changed a lot of things. Used to, you had to be a veteran to be a VA appraiser. They don't have that rule anymore. They've hired a slew of new appraisers that are not veterans, right? So they just have different things that they've changed, which is great. And if you've always thought that, no, we don't want to do VA, we don't want to do VA, give it a shot. I mean, you may be pleasantly surprised. It's been a long time since I've seen a VA appraisal actually not make it, which is pretty cool. I will continually speak praises about the VA loan just to hopefully get that in people's thoughts that it's not so bad after all. All right, I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.